Welcome back again. This is a correction because previously the same upload by Ivory Bangles, we did upload it, but I felt like it wasn't really good because the background, there was some noise in the background. It was raining. Sign of blessings early in the morning. Felt like maybe in this one we might have it very clear so that you don't miss a thing, even as you want maybe this particular perfection. So it's a silent song under the stories. Sample answered as a question. This was question number 4 on Eric Maro's Ivory Bangles. This is Liberty Media, the rebranded version. If in case you're in this particular platform accidentally, or a good friend of yours did refer you to this particular channel, then a thumbs up, a subscription, and a nice sharing with other friends that you know this work will be of value will do me good. Buckle up, brace yourself ready for this particular turn over things. And what are the exam style questions from this particular text? Ivory Bangles is one of the short stories in a collection of silent song and other stories. Without that much further ado, welcome. We'll dig straight into it. Question now 3. Some cultural practices do not add value, hence should be done away with. Show the truthfulness of this particular assertion basing on Eric Maro's Ivory's Bangle. Some cultural practices do not add value and therefore should be done away with. Show the truthfulness of this particular assertion basing on Eric Maro's Ivory Bangles. Good students, good learners, and the lovers of literature, we're going to start with our NAT graph. We need to crack it down first of all, before we get into the core bone of contention issues. Culture keeps people together and governs their way of life. Therefore, it is important. However, there are some traditions that are of no benefit, and in some cases, such traditions cause harm to people who continue to embrace them, as in the case in Ivory Bangles. For this reason, such traditions should be discarded. Polygamy is one of such cultural practices that has continued to be embraced, yet it has no value. We realize that the community in the story holds in high esteem this practice of polygamy. As such, a man who does not ascribe to it is seen to be a topic of discussion. Now, this comes out clear when the old man, who is the respected chief's counselor, is talked about because he had only one wife. According to the story, it was unheard of for someone as powerful as the old man, quote unquote a small chief right there, to have only one wife. However, this value is seen to have no value since the old man is happy in his marriage and he really loves his wife to the extent that he gifted her 24 ivory buckles. Besides, the riddle used by the old man when responding to the chief's demand that he marries another wife shows that polygamy causes harm. Now, the riddle's interpretation: a wife, a co-wife, and a witchcraft, and death points to the harmful effects of the practice. As such, polygamy should be abolished as it causes harm and adds no value. Another culture of value, that is after the first one, that is polygamy, good learners. In that particular order of procession, we've seen that there is, There is polygamy. And now, there is the second one here. Another culture of value that has no value is believed in the seer and the act of seeking his guidance. The old man harshly rebukes her, telling her that the seer is the mouthpiece of their departed fathers. We, however, see that this belief does not add value since some of the advices given are bound to cause harm. The advice given to the old man by the seer supports this, as the seer tells him that the pebbles demand that he beats his wife and send her back to her father's home. According to the seer, the pebbles are jealous of a happy wife, a woman unmolested by her husband. This shows that this belief in the seer is of no benefit but rather causes harm. The superstitious belief that having blood specks in a goat's liver is a sign of something bad about to happen does not add any value. These, good learners, that's supposed to be these. This is not based on any proven basis, but it's just a traditional belief, something that needs to be dealt away with. The old man goes to consult the seer, since he had noted some blood specks in the liver of the goat that he had just slaughtered. The belief is so strong that the man does not agree with the wife's dismissal of the seer's demands. According to the wife, the seer was hitting back at her for turning down his marriage proposal. This argument that had been used previously does not appear believable at his time, as the old man reminds the wife that the seer did not put blood specks on the goat's liver. Therefore, wife battering is another cultural practice that the people hold in esteem, yet it causes more harm than good. When the old man consults the seer about the blood specks in the liver of the goat, that is another citation from the same which supports the wife battering in the liver. That is, when the old man consults the seer about the blood specks in the liver of the goat he had just slaughtered, the seer's pebble disclosed that a wife was going to die, since the spirits were jealous of a happy wife. A woman unmolested by her husband until old age. This shows that the value attached to wife molestation. To avert the death, the old man is asked to give his wife the ritual beating before sending her back to her parents' home. Although the old man offers to give a number of goats to avert the catastrophes, the pebbles keep demanding for the ritual beating, forcing the old man and the wife to come up with a plan of tricking the pebbles. The harmful effect of the ritual beating is seen through Ivory, the wife, to the old man's son. The wife remembers how her daughter-in-law had been beaten to a fingernail's distance to her grave by the son. This shows that the ritual beating can almost cause death, hence the reason it should be discarded. Although culture is a glue that holds people together, some of the outdated practices should be gotten rid of, as they cause more harm than good. Good students, that is another clear episode of the same thing that we had already uploaded previously. Even in case, let's say for example, you're struggling with the voice projection in the previous about the Ivory Bangles, then you have it clear in this particular episode. Hope you have it nice. Hope you're getting the best out of this. And again, I just want still to congratulate you and also thank you very much. I want to thank you greatly at a great detail, a great length, that you've been a success, or you've been the cog behind this particular success of this particular channel. And kudos, guys. Keep it up, and I wish you all the very, very best in your own endeavors. And as much as maybe you are really into these works of literature, in case you are maybe an inquiry, there are tiny details that I've patched right there. You can reach me through those particular details. Feel free. Let's consult. Let's also bond together. Let's also have a mastermind kind of a thinking session whereby we are maybe pondering on the same particular coursework. All the best. Cheers again.